you will become a millionaire in 30 days. Not through effort, not through strategy, not through anything the world has taught you, but because you will discover what I discovered, what I lived, what I proved again and again throughout my life. Imagination creates reality, not someday, not metaphorically, right now, literally, physically. The moment you accept this, truly accept it, not as philosophy but as law, your entire world reorganizes itself. The wealth you desire is not out there in some future time, waiting to be earned or discovered or granted. It exists now, within you, in consciousness, waiting only for your acceptance. And in exactly 30 days, if you dare to assume the feeling of wealth is already yours, you will watch the outer world conform to your inner conviction. I am not speaking poetry. I am speaking physics, the physics of consciousness. Do not concern yourself with how this will come to pass. The how belongs to a deeper wisdom within you, which we call God. Your task is simply to live in the end, to occupy the state of the fulfilled desire until it feels natural. The $1 million you want already exists in the invisible realm. Your job is not to create it. Your job is to claim it, to feel it, to live from it. And when you do that with persistence, with faith, with unwavering assumption, the visible world must bow. It has no choice. It is law. Now, most people fail at this immediately because they ask the one question that destroys everything. And they ask, how? How will the money come? How will this happen? How can I possibly become a millionaire in 30 days when I can barely pay my bills today? And the moment you ask how, you have admitted you do not believe. The how belongs to the deeper dimension of yourself, to God, to the infinite intelligence, to the subconscious mind that orchestrates a trillion synchronicities you will never consciously understand. Your task is not to figure out the bridge of incidents. Your task is to accept the end, to live in the end, to feel the reality of already possessing what you desire. For that which you accept as true of yourself, though denied by every sense, though contradicted by every circumstance, if persisted in, will harden into fact. So do not look to your bank account. Do not look to the economy. Do not look to your job or your education or your connections. These are shadows of previous assumptions. They are echoes of the old you, the you who did not know this law. But the new you is a millionaire now, not will be. You must walk as though you already possess what the world says is still to come. You must speak as though the transaction is complete. You must feel as though the money is already in your hands. I am not asking you to pretend. I am asking you to enter the state. And when you enter that state with your whole being, when you saturate your consciousness with the feeling of wealth, the outer world has no option but to reflect it. Let me make this absolutely clear. Everything in this world, the chair you sit on, the device in your hand, the voice you hear, came forth from an inner act. Someone imagined it. Someone dared to believe in the invisible, and the visible world conformed. The house you live in was once only in an architect's imagination. The business that made millions was once only in an entrepreneur's mind. The invention that changed the world was once only in a dreamer's consciousness. Nothing appears in your outer world that was not first imagined within. So if you say, I want to be a millionaire, you have already failed. Wanting is the confession of lack. Wanting keeps you perpetually separate from your desire. You must say instead, I am a millionaire, not tomorrow, not later, now. Even if the senses scream no, even if the bills pile high, even if logic and friends and family call you delusional, you must persist, because God in you, and God in you is your own wonderful human imagination, is the only creative power there is. It is He who speaks when you dare to believe something grand about yourself. It is He who fulfills when you persist despite appearances. The riches are not somewhere out there, hidden in vaults or waiting for luck. They are here now, waiting for you to rise to their frequency. And that frequency is not hope, not wishing, not wanting. That frequency is acceptance, assumption, the feeling of already being. Now let me give you the exact method. Every morning when you wake, before you check your phone, before you speak to anyone, close your eyes and enter the state. What does it feel like to be a millionaire? Not what would it feel like. What does it feel like now? You are no longer reaching for wealth. You are standing in it. You are surrounded by it. You possess it. How does your body feel? Relaxed, confident, free. How do you speak? With certainty, with generosity, with power. What are people saying to you? Congratulations on your success. Thank you for your generosity. I admire what you've built. Let these scenes play in your mind, not as fantasy, as memory. You are not imagining something that might happen. You are remembering something that has already happened in consciousness, which is the only place where anything ever truly happens. The outer world is always playing catch up to the inner world. So make your inner world magnificent. See yourself writing checks freely, gifting your family generously, waking in a home that reflects your wealth, moving through life without a single thought of limitation. Use all your senses, hear the conversations, see the bank statements, feel the weight of financial freedom in your chest. And do this not for 5 minutes while your mind wanders. Do this with intensity, with focus, with feeling. For feeling is the secret. All transformation begins with the assumption of the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Without feeling, imagination is sterile, just empty visualization. But with feeling, imagination becomes the creative act of God Himself. Now, each night before you sleep, and this is crucial, review your day. Did you walk as a millionaire today? Did you speak as one? Did you feel as one? If not, revise it. In your imagination, rewrite the day. Make it match your desire. Did you worry about money? Revise it. See yourself calm, knowing you have more than enough. Did someone make you feel small? Revise it. See them treating you with respect, acknowledging your success. Did you receive a bill that frightened you? Revise it. See yourself paying it with ease, perhaps even laughing at how insignificant it is compared to your wealth. This is not denial. This is creation. You are not lying to yourself. You are impressing your subconscious with the pattern you wish to see externalized. And the subconscious does not know the difference between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. It simply accepts what is felt as real and begins to orchestrate circumstances, events, and meetings to match that inner pattern. So revise daily, saturate your consciousness with images of wealth, sounds of abundance, feelings of freedom. And then, this is vital, fall asleep in that state. Fall asleep feeling you are already the millionaire you wish to be. For the subconscious is completely dominated by your last waking concept of self. If you fall asleep feeling wealthy, you impress that state into the deepest layers of your being. And your subconscious works through the night and through every moment to externalize it. Let me tell you about a man I knew. He was down to his last dollar. No job, no prospects, no hope according to the world's standards. But he heard these truths, these laws I am sharing with you now, and he began to live as though he were already wealthy. Every morning, he imagined himself writing checks freely. Every night, he revised his day to match abundance. He felt the money in his hands so often and with such conviction that it became more real to him than his empty wallet. And then one morning, he received a phone call. A forgotten investment, something he'd placed money in years ago and completely dismissed, had matured. He was now worth millions. He did nothing in the outer world to make it happen. He made no calls. He took no action. He simply accepted it as real within his imagination, and the outer world found a bridge. You see, the law does not care whether your assumption is true or false by current standards. It simply reflects what is impressed upon it. You are the operant power. You choose what to believe. And if you will believe that you are already wealthy, that the money is already yours, that every need is met, then you will watch reality reorganize itself. It must. The world is a mirror, and it reflects not what you want, but what you are. So be the thing you seek, and the thing will come running to you. This is not positive thinking. Let me be clear about that. Positive thinking is trying to feel good, while still accepting that you are not what you want to be. That will never work. What I am teaching you is state. Entering a state of consciousness that matches the result you desire. If you can enter that state and remain in it, if you can think from wealth rather than of wealth, you will manifest the conditions, people, opportunities, and events that match it. So right now, as you listen to these words, enter the state. How would you be sitting if you were already a millionaire? Sit that way now. How would you breathe? Breathe that way now. What would be the quality of your inner speech? Speak to yourself that way now. I have more than enough. Money flows to me constantly. Everything I touch prospers. I am financially free. Say these things not as affirmations you hope will come true. Say them as facts you are confirming. You are not trying to convince the universe. You are informing your subconscious of what is already true in consciousness. And your subconscious, being utterly faithful, will accept whatever you persistently feel and begin externalizing it. You may not see evidence immediately. That is fine. The seed does not show itself the day after it is planted, but it is growing beneath the surface. Your assumption is taking root. And if you do not dig it up with doubt, if you water it daily with faith, it will break through the surface and bear fruit. You will notice subtle changes first. People will treat you differently, with more respect, more deference. Ideas will flash into your mind, sudden, brilliant, profitable. Opportunities will knock that were invisible before. You will feel an inner certainty that cannot be shaken, a knowing that the money is on its way, that it is already yours. Do not dismiss these signs. They are not coincidences. They are evidence that your assumption is taking hold, that the inner work is manifesting outwardly. Water these signs with gratitude, with faith, with continued assumption. Do not dig them up to inspect them anxiously. Trust the process. If fear arises, and it may, return at once to the state. Close your eyes. Feel the wealth. Hear the thank yous. See the abundance. Do this as often as needed, for repetition impresses the subconscious. And once the subconscious fully accepts your new state, the outer world must follow. You are not trying to force reality. You are allowing it to become what you have already accepted within. Now, some of you are wondering, but Neville, how will the money actually come? And I tell you again, that is not your concern. The method is not your business. The assumption is your power. It may come through a sudden opportunity you never saw coming. It may come through a gift from someone unexpected. It may come through a business idea that lands in your mind fully formed. It may come through a forgotten asset suddenly becoming valuable. It may come through a lottery ticket you feel inspired to buy, not from desperation, but from inner knowing. Or it may come through a miracle that defies all logical explanation. It does not matter. Your consciousness will find a bridge. The universe will orchestrate the events. All you must do is remain in the state of already having. Do not worry about the path. The path will appear beneath your feet as you walk in faith. Just as a woman does not worry about how the baby will form in her womb, cell by cell, organ by organ. She simply knows it is happening. You must have that same faith. Your wealth is forming. It is gestating, it is becoming physical. And in 30 days, if you persist, you will see the birth. So I ask you now, will you commit? Will you cast off the old man, the man of doubt, fear, and lack, and put on the new man, the man of wealth, power, and certainty? Will you persist even when the senses say no? Even when circumstances seem unchanged? Even when others laugh? If so, then in 30 days' time, your outer life will mirror your inner conviction. You are not waiting on money. Money is waiting on you. It is waiting for your consciousness to match its frequency. It is waiting for your self-concept to rise. It is waiting for your assumption to stabilize. So become now the person who has it. Think as they think, feel as they feel, walk as they walk. Do it boldly, do it faithfully, do it joyfully. The law is no respecter of persons. It responds not to virtue, but to vision. Not to effort, but to assumption. So let the world toil and strive while you enter your inner chamber and commune with the infinite. Imagine boldly, assume lavishly, persist until the unseen becomes seen, for it must. You are already that which you seek. You simply have not accepted it yet. Accept it now. Accept that you are rich. Accept that you are powerful. Accept that you are the operant power. And then walk in that assumption. For to him who has, who assumes he has, more shall be given. And to him who dares to live in the end, the world bows low. Let these next 30 days be your demonstration. Let them be your proof. Every morning, every night, return to the state. Live in the end. Revise your days. Saturate your mind with wealth. And then release it. Walk in peace. Act as though it were already done. And soon, sooner than you imagine, it will be. You will be a millionaire in 30 days. Not because of luck, not because of hard work, but because you dared to believe, you dared to imagine and persist, you dared to live from the end. And because of that, this seemingly solid world will melt and reshape itself to match your inner world. It always does. It always has. Now it is your turn to prove it. Go now. Enter the state. Remain faithful. And watch the world conform to the millionaire you already are.